How's it going, guys? As you can see, the moon is behind me, and I guess it's time for one of my little rants. I feel like I don't do these as much anymore. I've been keeping a lot to myself as I go through a lot of transitions. That's an interesting word right there. That's been coming up a lot lately. And I've been keeping quiet just simply because of the fact that it's a lot of downloads. It's a lot to go through. And I always do that anyway. I always take a little break. I absorb a lot. And then I come back and dish. Things in the world right now are a little wild. They're a little crazy. There's so many different aspects, so many different ways to look at it. And I feel like I'm constantly always thinking it's in the back of my mind what the world is going through. Not only is it in the back of my mind, I feel like it's inside of me as well. You know, as we are humans, animated earth, we are the elements, all the elements. And then with the breath of God that flows within us, whether you believe in God or not, source energy, it flows within us. Once that energy is no longer here, this body is no longer animated. You know, we've created a lot of things, but we cannot create a human soul. The soul, you know, it's limitless, it's beautiful, it's powerful, it's immense. And that's one of the truths that really keeps me grounded while I'm here on this planet, on this realm, on this third dimension, the 3D. And the thing is, it's just as magical as anything else. You know, the experience itself is magical. It's out of this world. But anyways, I digress. I'm just talking about how I see the world and everything like that. I believe, too, how you see the world will help you to stay here. Because I do realize that a lot of people that I connect with, a lot of times, often are ready to transcend or are ready to leave, you know, are ready to get out of this flesh suit, this flesh bag, this prison for the soul, as it may feel. But it honestly isn't. You know, it can feel like it. But we are here to free the spirit. I was just thinking about, I love movies, I love the Avengers, I love a lot of movies. Like, definitely, if you ever want to talk about movies, let me know. And the Avengers, they have the Avengers Initiative. And while I was walking out here to the beach, I was thinking about the Rainbow Warriors Initiative. And that's my thing. The Rainbow Warriors. Colors. All races, all genders, whatever. All of it. All the colors. That's what a rainbow is to me. And in this world that we live in now, the rainbow signifies LGBT a lot of times. Not all the time, but yes, LGBT. You can talk about the rainbows. And for me, I feel like that's what we need. I look at the world, I look at the cities that we live in. In some areas, it's absolutely beautiful in the world. All of it has its own beauty. All of it is art at the end of the day. We created it. It came from us. It came from source. It manifested. But I definitely would love to see more colors in the world. More things being embraced in general. More love. So it's definitely time to put that. I met so many interesting people in this journey, and just like anybody can teach you something. Anybody and everybody can teach you something. People are so beautiful. That's what I come to it at the end of the day. We definitely get on each other's nerves. I will not deny that whatsoever. You know, in a way, it's as if all of us individually are gods. We are gods of our own universes, and we're all here creating a reality together, an interconnected reality. And being a god, you have ego, you know? And again, these are all words that we use to explain this experience. These are words that we use to explain this experience that we're going through. So try not to get too caught up on the words at times. The words are truly important because words are what you're feeding to your soul. You know, talk about that experiment by Himoto it was, I believe it was Himoto, with the water. He would yell at the water, and the water would create these disfigured shapes. And when he was saying nice things to the water would create these beautiful shapes. So words are important. But at times we can get so caught up in the words that we lose the meaning, or the words can separate us. You know, Judea always talks like God's language is, it doesn't make, would it make sense, you know? And even when it's depicted in TV shows, one of my favorite shows, Supernatural, when the angels were speaking, all you hear was a loud ass ring. And I know for me, like when I hear that ringing, and especially when it's really loud, it's just time to chill out, you know? Think of it this way too. It's the importance of chilling out. Like if you're in that place when you've gone, when you're seeing red and you feel like you're gonna do something that you might regret, if you slow down and pay attention to your body, you'll realize how it's affecting you, and you'll be like, okay, if I care about this body, the logical thing to do is to calm this down, is to not get so hot. I definitely know that I go off on tangents, and not everybody likes that. But at the same time, I feel that if what I'm saying is resonating, or if you're meant to receive this transmission, you will hear it and you will understand what I'm saying. You know, kind of like how the angels speak. You don't understand it, but you understand it. With numerology, you see those repeating numbers. You don't always have to look them up, but eventually those numbers start having meaning to you, and you will understand them subconsciously. And your subconscious mind does love for you as well. It is very powerful. But anyways, I digress. Let's go back to the topic of this video, which is justice has been served. So definitely I'll talk about that. And this is the Rainbow Initiative. It really is about bringing all genders, all races, everything together, everybody together. And we're just fighting for humans. We're fighting for each other. We're fighting to make the world a better place. And we're fighting for Mother Gaia, because we are one with this earth. We breathe this earth. We drink this earth. We eat from this earth. We are one with it. It is part of us. This flesh bag, it came from the earth. And we cannot keep taking from her. We absolutely cannot. I'm going to use a very strong word here, but I have to use this word because that's how grave this situation is. But we cannot continue to rape the mother nature. We cannot continue to be motherfuckers. How about that? Let me call it that. We cannot continue to be motherfuckers. Talking my words. We cannot continue to be motherfuckers because we don't want to fuck our mother. We don't want to fuck the earth. We have to do good by it because she's us, Mother Gaia. Speaking of all the labels now and how we call each other, I gotta bring back this saying again, inspired by my love, Judea, Gaia. Gaia. What up, guys? What up, Gaias? How's it going, guys? For me, that's universal speak right there. If I call you a Gaia, I'm just calling you human. I'm calling you animated earth. But even better, the word human in one word, that means animated earth, or a word that embodies the planet that we live on, that embodies love, that embodies creation. Like that's what, every time you get caught out, that's what that means. Does that have a lot more significance? What up, Gaias? How you doing, Gaias? What up, Gaia? I love you guys. You guys are so beautiful. Look at you, you Gaias. Oh, I love you. I love you so much, guys. I love you. Yeah. Once you open up Pandora's box, you open up that third eye, the visions, the whirlwind, the roller coaster that you are going to go through is going to be amazing and scary. You know, it's like you'd be like, how is there so much going on inside of me? What you have to realize, there's always a lot going on inside of you. Until you live here, you got billions of things happening right here. What you're looking at, what you're hearing this from. If you're hearing this, you know, eventually I'm gonna have to be able to get all my stuff in just different ways. But if you're hearing this, if you're hearing what God is saying through me, it's just like, you are beautiful, you are powerful, you are the best technology that there is. Especially when it comes to the technology that you should be focusing on, it's got to be you and those around you. I always come at the end of it, I feel like the solution is just to have better people in general. It's just to have people operating from a place of love, from a place of acceptance, from a place of transcendence, from a place of evolution, from a place of nurture as well, from a place of cooperation and intuition and emotion. I would love to see the world more animated, but I have seen the world more animated, especially as I become more animated in myself. A lot of us are suppressing ourselves. A lack of expression leads to depression. So you have to realize what's important, and you are important. Realize that you are important, and I'm seeing more of that in the world, and that makes me happy. 2 times this week, within a week, I believe, or within 2 weeks, we've had justice. That guy, that gentleman that confronted the young black man, that was very hard to see. That was very hard to watch, and justice was had within that same week. It was like, whoa! I was like, okay, that's new. That's very new. And with George Floyd, justice was served, guilty on all 3 charges. At first I was like, yeah, whatever, like this should have happened. But then like I thought about it, like this is huge, but there's still more to come. There's still a lot more to come. But the Rainbow Warriors are here, the Star Seeds, the Crystal Children, the Indigos, like they're fighting. Like pay attention to the youth, yo, because the youth are gonna lead the way. In the Bible, you know, I'm not religious, but I love religion. I love life. I love everything that's happened here, good and bad. It made us what we are today, and it's really beautiful to study it. Even more beautiful to live it. Forgot what I was gonna say actually, but we do have the youth. Yes, the youth. In the Bible, it says the children hold the keys to the kingdom of God. And I always think about the fact that we have to really focus on the children, make sure the world is a good place for them. Because I always go back to my childhood, and I've been trying to remember my childhood more and more and more. And it's been really good. It's been amazing to connect with my inner child. And I want more of that for people. You know, I want more of that for people. I really do. And I want children to be able to be children, to be safe. And the thing is, it's not even just the children that need to be safe. At this point, I don't believe anybody feels safe. Going back to raping the mother, what we're doing to feminine energy, it's not good. Women are scared, and they have every right to be scared, and we have to do something about that. There's no two ways about it. A lot of narratives I've been taught to both sexes. A lot of narratives have been taught to people, period. To all these guys, to these beautiful guys, to the point where we are all destroying ourselves. And for what? We're destroying ourselves while we're destroying the planet. So who is winning here? I'm not saying this like I'm perfect. I have a lot of shit to do. I have a lot of work to do. And I hope I don't really put out a perfect image, because that's why we do a lot on social media. I hope that you know my struggles. You know, you've seen me cry on here, which I never thought I would do. And that scares the crap out of me to be that emotional. But it had to be done. I really want to be as authentic as possible. And that's not always cute. It's not always pretty. It's not always easy. But it must be done, because someone has to give people the truth. And someone has to not worry about looking all good, and someone has to play the fool, someone has to be the joker. You know, I feel like I had a lot of my pain through sarcasm, through jokes, and I'm not always doing that good, but in a way it fuels me. And what I've learned through my research and through asking questions and through exploring life and through talking to other different beings from all around is that magic is indeed very real. Law of attraction is very real. Astrology, numerology, all that stuff is very real. We have a lot of stuff that we need to add to the educational system to get people ready for life, because a lot of us weren't prepared. You look at numerology, you really don't become an adult until 30 in numerology. That's how that works. So education, y'all. I've been educating myself a lot lately, a lot. I've been educating myself on like different genders, different identities, you know, what kids go through, what other cultures go through, colorism, all that stuff. We have a bloody history, a bloody fucking history. But the past doesn't matter. What really matters is what happens from now on, from this moment on. What do we do next? Always come back to that. And that's why I love coming out to nature. You know, when things get really heated inside, when tempers are flaring, go for a walk. If you got some woods near you, go there. Nature is a sacred place, and we have to treat it as so. It always saddens me when I go out here and I see like beer bottles or whatever, cigarettes everywhere. Like, let's not litter nature. Let's not do that to Mother Nature. Let's do her better than that. At the end of the day, this is we all share this water. You know, you pollute water over here, you're polluting the whole ocean, you're polluting the whole earth, you pollute the air. Anyway, you're polluting the whole. Eventually, it comes back around because things are just spinning here and things are always in constant motion. You know, and for those of you that are not fighting for others, that are not, like I say, let's say you choose not to fight for a cause because it doesn't really affect you. That cause, it doesn't affect you until it does. I think it's Xavier Rudd or one of those artists that has a song talking about, you know, when your neighbor lost his water, you didn't do anything, you didn't help him, you didn't fight for him, but next you lose your water, right? You would have wished that you had fought for him, and then y'all two could be fighting together. See what I'm saying? So all this to say is that like, if there's an issue, it's our issue. If there's a community on the earth going through a crisis, it's everybody's issue. We are all connected. If the bees are dying, it's everybody's issues. If the waters are filled with plastic, it's everybody's issue. It's not one person's issue. We have separated ourselves. We have created borders. But any issue that occurs, it is everybody's issues. We are a family. Like they say, when it comes to raising a child, it takes a village. We are God's children. We are Earth's children. We are Gaia's. We are all connected in one way or another. It would be nice to see that more in this world, and I believe we are seeing it more. It's amazing that we're seeing it at a time during a pandemic, but the pandemic is great for the fact that it has given people time to research, time to learn. I was doing this stuff prior to the pandemic, so I know a lot of the stuff that people are running into now. And you've kind of really seen my journey here. I've been posting a lot of it. I've gone through many different changes, trying many different things, and I'm here, and my message stays the same. It's all about coming together. It's about loving yourself and seeing yourself in others. And yoga, you're talking about namaste. The divine in me honors and sees the divine in you. The God in me honors the God within you. We gotta see each other, y'all. We have to connect with each other. The God in all of us needs to connect to the God in others and really see that. See the beauty in people, see the soul in people, see the love in people, see the light in people. Be a lighthouse and light up other people. Flame them up. You got an unlimited amount of love to give. Unlimited amount of love to give. Just give it. Just give it. Just give it. Just give it. And for real though, you got a lot of love to give, man. Right now it's crazy because you can go online, you can do something, and people that don't even know you at all will just start hating on you, calling you the craziest names. At a time that would have broke my heart. But when I was a vegan and I left veganism and I got all those messages, yo, like, I'm not gonna lie, I shed a couple tears. These are people that I thought were my friends. These are people that I thought I could really go to. But apparently I can only go to them or be their friends if I held up a certain belief or a certain thought. You know? That's very cultish to me. And that's why I feel I don't always belong, because I spend enough time in a place. It's like you have to assimilate, you have to conform, you know, and I'm not good at that at all. And I met others like me that are not good at that, and we support each other. And that's the beautiful thing with the internet and having so much time during this pandemic. We have evolved, we have learned about more ways to be human, more ways to be dope, more ways to be loved. Education is elevation, as consciously says. Make love, not war. Which means put more money towards education. Teachers should be paid way more. There should be way more variety of teachers. These children need to experience the world. They need to know, that the world is going to be for them rather than against them. That's not going to be a struggle. It doesn't need to be a struggle. We have so much power. We have so much range on this planet that we can make life easier for each other rather than making it harder. The information is there, and now we have people that are truly wanting to do that rather than people trying to step on top of each other. Capitalism, is that what it is? Got to capitalize, got to get above somebody. But we can actually hold hands and be a circle and be a rainbow and be a beautiful... Because you gotta realize a rainbow is actually a full circle, so Saying we have to create a circle and be a rainbow, that's the same thing because the rainbow is a full circle. You know, so like we're bringing the whole thing. That's the yin and yang. We got both sides of the rainbow by creating a circle. We really do. We have unity, 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 yo. Coexist. 11/11. Alright, yo. So I don't want to make this too long. 2020. That's what I was at when I just looked at it. Hey, 2020. 2020 was the year, yo. That was the year. My goodness, 2020. That's when the world was supposed to end. But the world must end in order for it to be rebuilt. And technically, the world is always ending all the time. Nothing stays the same. I could talk about this for ages. But I hope that you got the transmissions today. I really hope that you got the transmissions today. Let me know what spoke out to you. Just let me know in the comment section below. If you made it this far, give me a ho in the comments. That would be AHO. That's how I would spell it. Let me know that you did. And I love you. Have a great night. See you on the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video with anybody that you think would love it.